Happy Super Bowl weekend, everybody. This is modified Darvas box MDB, and it's time to do a weekend review video. It's Saturday, February 10th at 11:36 a.m., and we're gonna try and go through the charts pretty fast. Should be fast because honestly, there's not a ton of changes, but we've got an interesting set of data to look at today. So let's get into it. And before we do, just understand it's all about the San Francisco 49ers winning the Super Bowl. Go Niners. All right. For anybody who's never watched me, I'm an independent trader. Been doing this for like 25 years. I developed a unique trading system based on the book How I Made $2 Million in the Stock Market by Nicholas Darvas. It's a wonderful book. I definitely recommend you read it. And as you can see, I've adapted my charts to it. It's his box system. And then I've also got different bars that are colored, which have different meanings. And I'll explain that as we get in the video. But basically, I'm looking for signals, trading signals here in the upper right area or on the right side of the chart. And these signals will help tell us, with proper interpretation, will tell us, what we should do. Should we be buying, selling, or just sitting and holding, etc. So we'll get it. I have my stocks listed in 6 lists here, 1 through 6 on the side, and I always start with indexes and with the AMZ. AMZ is the MLP index. Those are energy master limited partnerships, and as we can see, this is in a nice, lovely uptrend. You see the weekly moving average I've got right here. We had a box breakout right here a couple of weeks ago, but it came down, and that actually is a box breakout failure. So had a little excitement, but overall, it's still moving up with the weekly moving average. This is a wonderful sector if you're looking for regular income. And I've got an income portfolio separate from my trading portfolio, which pays me money every month, every quarter. So it's something which you should definitely think about setting up and having for your long-term future. All right, RK. Okay, ARK has a great chart for showing the colors on my charts. Blue bars here means a little excess exuberance, excess optimism. They tend to be followed with red bars selling, but not always, because like in the market, nothing is guaranteed. Yellow bar, very bullish, but when you're trading a system, it's all about signals and then reactions to signals. And really, the reactions to signals are honestly more important than the signal itself. For example, you get the yellow bar signal here, and yeah, it reacts bullishly. So yeah, that's a good reaction. If you get another yellow bar signal back here and it reacted poorly. So signal, reaction, white bar sell signal, but it reacted bullishly. So blue bar signal here, poor reaction there. So you want a signal to trigger, and then based on whatever action that comes afterwards, then you want it to hopefully react in the right way. But that's how you interpret the market. If you get a poor reaction, unexpected reaction, it means there's a divergence of opinion, and what you're seeing may not altogether be 100% true. Okay, let's see here. BZJ, oil, proxy for oil. Oil's going sideways. Yeah, you'd think with the Middle East and everything that's going on that oil would be ripping. No. Also, you'd think, well, the economy must be doing fantastic. Demand for oil is going crazy. Well, not really. It's sort of going sideways. When oil was threatening to go down, kept thinking, well, maybe there's a recession because then there's less demand for oil. But in this case, nope, going sideways. Looks like the economy sort of moving along steadily. This is the interesting stuff, the NASDAQ and technology-related indexes. So we've been having a magnificent run since November 1st. In fact, it's almost suspicious that it started right at the beginning of November. because we were headed down and all of a sudden complete reversal here. And now just straight up for one, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 weeks of uptrend. Now, I usually get suspicious around 12 weeks because that's one quarter. That's kind of how investment managers operate, quarter to quarter. But like the prior time, earlier in 2023, we had a signal here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18-week uptrend right there. So while 14 weeks seems long, compared to a prior run, it might go up another month before it stops. Who knows? But the Nasdaq has not achieved new highs, whereas its sister index, the S&P 500, has. So, and based on signals, this here is a bullish signal. It's a hammer signal. You see how it's color coded? So hammer signals are bullish. So it went 13 weeks and then flashed a bullish signal and with a positive reaction. Market's still bullish, people. As much as we might prepare ourselves for some selling or anything like that, it's just not happening. It's just a freaking strong trend, and there's nothing on the horizon here. The market is not telling us anything to be anything other than bullish, at least as far as the Nasdaq index. Ethereum. So I've got that yellow line there. Ethereum here, been moving up with crypto. Got a hammer signal here. It's sort of futzed around, but yeah, that could be sort of a box like that. If I use the close, then that's a box, just about a box breakout. I'll use it there. If you're a Darvas purist, you draw a box like that. But because the bar is so long, we'll do it something like that. And as we can see, it's moving up, but it's bullish. There's nothing bearish in the crypto, but you could have sold in here. There's nothing wrong with that, but you might be looking to buy back into it. FFTY, this is a growth proxy. Look at that, big breakout. Growth is finally coming here. Change the box color right there. Notice here it had a buy signal here, yellow bar buy signal, futzed around and now had a breakout. However, the breakout right here on this bar did not have strong volume. So while it's nice that it's moving up and confirming things, I don't think I'd be buying this. And I mean, look how far down it is. But it's a good start. It just shows that things are healthy. All right, we try to get through charts quickly. We got China, bottom of the box. Oh, GBTC, crypto, there's that box. And now we got a continuation. Again, volume is relatively light, but considering all the bulls bought everything up in the prior charts, you may not need a big box breakout here. Either way, that's a bullish continuation. I bought it here, I sold it here, and I sold it based on this signal right there. Nothing wrong with selling right there, but now that the market's really telling me, dude, you should still own this. What are you doing? Now, have I bought it back yet? No. I might have to buy it back on Monday. So we'll see. Gold, anything going on in gold? Nope. There's a bearish signal. That's also a shooter. It's called a shooter, an inverse hammer. Yeah, it's sort of triggered, but it's sort of, not doing much. But gold is not really signaling anything bad, but it's not going up either. Going up so slowly, it'll drive you insane. High yield bonds moving up. IGV, software, of course, we're in a big technology boom. So that makes perfect sense that it's going up. Just another proxy for proxy for technology. Housing, this is interesting. Housing gave a pink bar signal here, which means pay attention. And it's a signal, and look at the reaction to the signal. Did it sell off? No. In fact, it closed here, opened here, proceeded to start going back up again. And when you see a signal like this, you basically just draw lines across. There's your trigger. So gray means an inside bar. Inside bar means it's inside the length of the prior bar. And for trading, you just buy whichever side it pierces. It pierced upward, so it looks like housing is back to being bullish. Now, is it super strong bullish? But that there is a bullish trading signal right there. See, in proper interpretation of charts. There'll be other people on FinTwit who will say, oh, it looks awful, or blah, 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 because they don't pick up the nuances of what do the bars mean and what you should do in relation to it. Now, should you be rushing into housing? I think I would be very interested in housing if you had a big green bar the size of this big red one. If it was right there, that would be really interesting. But if you did not sell anything housing related, you're doing just fine. Because here's your start signal. You're doing just fine. So, again, proper interpretation. That's all this game is. The market tells you things, and all you got to do is have your eyes open and be able to interpret it correctly. So many people do this wrong and incorrectly. It'll drive you bananas. What do we got here? Micro caps, making a box, sort of going sideways. Nothing too exciting. People keep talking about IWM. I just don't understand it. But hey, if they want to talk about it, sure, fine, let them. Sideways, it had a box breakout here, then immediately stopped and dropped, and went sideways, and now it's trying to recover. Had the pink bar pay attention signal. Well, look at that. It's sort of pierced on the top, so I guess they decided, are we going to sell it down? Nah, let's take it back up. Healthcare, all our expenses are rising. Fuck the insurance companies. I hate them. But they're an evil because Barack Obama signed legislation from Congress which turned healthcare upside down. So if there's any person to blame Barack Obama because they're the ones who did this back here, and look at what's happened to us ever since. When Congress and the president says this is going to be good for us, run, it means they're going to F us. So perfect example right there. But if you pay attention to that and you're cynical, you buy whatever industry that they're pushing because they're probably going to do well. Transports, there's a box breakout. Oh, look at that. Boy, that's a bullish confirmation right there. Had volume in the right spot, box breakout. When the transports are going up, it means we got a healthy economy. What is this? NASDAQ equal weighted, that's also going up. Just another confirmation type thing because the big caps sort of distort the playing field a ton. What do we got here? More gold, doing nothing. I have my buy, sell in here. I don't own any gold. I sold it. I tried it again. I sold it within like the same day. Because there was a little signal there and I'm like, well, but no, there's really nothing. Let's see here. QQQs looking good. Now the QQQs have tech heavy. Yellow bar start signal. Moved up. Flashed a blue bar excess exuberance signal there. And how did it react? Bullish. Moved even higher. So we paid attention to the signal. If you're nervous, you were all selling, thinking it's a sell-off. When I see that, I just mentally prepare. Hey, this could happen. And if it does happen, it's like I'm not going to be bent out of shape over it. It's just pay attention to the possibilities. This could happen. Well, guess what? It did not. Keep going higher. RSP, proxy for equal weighted S&P 500, a very good barometer of the general economy. Because if this is moving up, then it means most S&P 500 stocks are. Not exactly ripping, because what's moving the market are technology stocks, but we've got a box breakout here and it's moved higher. It's a bull market, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this one, short-term bonds, pink bar signal here, and it reacted poorly, negative. If this is going up, it means rates are coming down and inflation's coming down. If this is dropping, it means rates are starting to creep back up and inflation may be coming back up. So this is a little concerning, but that's not a huge move. But I'm being aware of it. This is how we build the picture of what's happening in the market. So we know rates came up a little bit, maybe inflation's coming back a little bit, but nothing crazy. Like if it had dropped huge like that, then that would have been a sit up and pay attention. But instead that's a confirmation, but we'll keep an eye on what happens. It doesn't appear to be stopping tech stocks, that's for sure. Chips, SMH, moving higher. Chips flashed a sell signal here. It triggered, but for a brief second. See right there? And then immediately rebounded. People sold, and then the bulls were like, what are you doing? And then they bought it back up, and now look at that. Back to ripping higher. Means that sector is probably very healthy. S&P 500. Yeah, there's that gorgeous uptrend. No signals. See? No color signals in here. Means buy it and stay long. That's it. If you become a signals trader, you ignore when there's no signals and you do nothing. You only act when you have a signal. That's how trading works. And if you think it's just sitting there, randomly shooting orders, then you're just a random gambler. And you don't want to be a gambler. You want to be a speculator. You want to be someone who can read the market and then react to what the market's telling you. Why are you trading when this is an endless sea of no signals? This means you should just be long and stay long. Sit and do nothing. And if you sat and did nothing, you've clocked in 14 or 15 weeks of profits, as opposed to the random gambler trader who's in and out and bitching about their losses. Sentiment. Sentiment's enough in the middle, nothing crazy there. Not bad sentiment. No, nothing, sentiment's not at extremes. And again, right in the middle here, not at extremes. When sentiment, this one, stocks percent above the 40-day moving average, when we're at extremes, that becomes a little concerning. Because I could draw this as, where is it? I could draw that as like, that's an extreme. That's close to being extreme. You get the picture. But everything looks pretty muted, benign. The tan, yeah, there's a signal, but solar, come on, please, don't make me laugh. TLTs, yeah. When TLTs are going down, that means rates are rising. When it's going up, rates are dropping. So you see there's a little, that short-term bond signal coming down a little bit, but nothing crazy. Boy, I'm taking a lot of time just on the indexes. All right, let's start flipping through this fast. Blue bar, uranium. Honestly, you can believe in uranium, but you better buckle your seatbelt. Buy it and hold your nose, because it's going to take you on a wild frickin' ride. No signals there. Commercial real estate going sideways forever. Housing, we've already talked about how housing's bullish. There's another example. Signal, bullish reaction signal, and now a bullish trading signal. And look at this, there's better volume on this one. Red volume, green. The bulls are back. Housing's not so bad. This one, oil and gas. Oil and gas stocks are sort of struggling, but they need high oil prices. But Chevron, I believe, is a big component of this one. They did that huge merger, which sort of probably screwed that one up. Yep, financials. Everything's bullish. It's like, come on. There should be very rare bullish signals. Okay, list two. These are the textbook box breakouts. Textbook meaning price came out, you had big volume all at the right spot, and it looks like that. Textbook is also what I call best of the best because it has the best chart patterns. AMD looks good. You had a signal right here, but this is a tough signal to go back to bullish again. A lot of volume, a lot of buyers in here. At some point, you're going to run out of buyers and price is going to drop. And I think that's probably what happened right here. But is it bearish? No. It's just reduce your expectations for this performance up in here. A whole ton of buyers bought, and now let the stock digest it. Uptrend. This one is an uptrend, but it's difficult. Look at all this chaos, volatility chaos. APP. Yeah, you could buy this, but man, this is like a roller coaster. This action in here would not attract me because it's too hard. If you look at the daily chart, look at this. Breakout, slam down, slam back up, choppy. It's just so hard to trade it. It's hard to sit in it. But you could buy it, and if you had the stomach to sit in it, you'd be doing okay. But not an easy one. The easy one is just you buy it and then it blasts off and away it goes, and you don't even have to think. More uptrend. Berkshire, textbook box breakout. That's Warren Buffett getting stupid rich. Dash, I own this one. I'm long. Look at this. It's really beginning to go now. 2 box breakouts. But this is delivery. Do you order delivery? If you do, thank you. My bank account thanks you. This one, Super Bowl betting. That's a box breakout. Thwack. So I sold this one the other day. This line is roughly the close from right there. You can see right in here. Here, I'll circle it so you can see. And I just decided it was getting close, and we had one signal here. We had some volatility here. It moved higher, but not easily. To me, I can see this bar, the stock is fighting it. It's getting tougher. So I punched out the other day from here to here, made like 20 something points. That to me is a pretty good trade. Now, of course, I'll feel stupid if it blasts higher, but I don't know. I think this level in here is going to be a resistance. But what do I know? We'll see what happens. But I'm out of that one. I'm long ELF. There's a bullish signal. What's there to be worried about? ESTC, box breakout. Now inside weak signal, resolved to the upside. If you didn't own it there, that was your signal. If you didn't own ESTC, this right here is your signal to get long. Now you could have either there or right in here somewhere. If you got in your charts, you didn't buy it, and you talk about how you missed it, well, you missed it. GBT, we already talked about that one. Geo, okay, look at this. This is bullish, but man, the market's fighting this at this level, and it makes sense because look at prior highs. Market's fighting it. Sellers are beginning to take profits. You got a bearish shooter bar right here, followed by a sort of bullish reaction, but it's an inside bar, and it resolved upwards. But whoopsie, not note. No, I don't want note. Let's delete that. Inside weak, it hit upside, but then couldn't hold it, and now it's sort of a bearish shooter bar again. Like, would I be buying this in here? No. Would I be concerned in here? Yes. I'd be looking to set stop somewhere, maybe along the bottom there, along that zone, or maybe along the top of the box right there. This 11, probably I'd choose probably $11. Like if it hits $11, I'd pop out and take my profit. But maybe it'll go up. More up. All these charts should just be so bullish. All right, we're going to start going real fast because I don't want to take up too much time. Box breakout and steal, but it didn't rip. It formed an inside weak. So if you missed the breakout here, this is your chance. 188, 187, 188. If price hits the top of that, that's your signal to buy. Same here, Netflix. Big move. I own Netflix. If you missed it and you want it, well, buy at the highs, new highs. Now, NVIDIA, look at that. This is unusual. You don't really see this. The last time I saw stocks trading like this was 1999, 2000. And I was around for that. Did I understand what was going on? No. But when you see mega caps with trillion-dollar market caps ripping straight up, you know you're in a crazy bullish market. But this is unusual behavior. And I'm actually getting more and more cautious. My posture is more and more cautious. Because again, this is not common. To have a mega cap do that, or let's put on monthly. To have mega caps look like this, yeah, that's not common at all. Oh goodness, what did I do? Not common. One question, are we in a bubble? I'd say as of today, yes, we are. And I can prove it. This one, I'm long this one. The numbers are so huge on this stock. I posted an analog to Bethlehem Steel from 1915. Who knows? It could do it. It looks like, oh, it's 37 billion. It's been ripping straight up. Oh, this is way overvalued. Are you kidding? You got to look at the numbers that are coming in the future. And that will tell you, hey, you know what? Maybe $740 is cheap. That's a mind bender. To be like, price is super cheap based on what's coming in the future. Plus, the stock only has 50 million shares outstanding. I just love it. I'm long here. I bought it almost perfect out of the box. And I'm not doing anything because there's no signals. Are there any signals on the daily? No, there's no signals. When there's no signals, do nothing. Sit and do nothing. Privately, I think this stock could go to 2,000. But, you know, that's just a wild ass prediction. Who knows? Snow, again, tech. Here we go. Tankers got a pink bar signal, but that's oil tankers. Nobody's buying oil tankers right now. Uber, this is the one I just screwed up. I should have, I don't know why I sold it here. I had a reason, but it wasn't a very good reason. And I should have bought it back, but I didn't. So while I made like $10 per share, I could have got an additional 10 just by sitting and doing nothing. URI, again, healthy economy. This one definitely shows a healthy economy. Everything's just bullish. Now, ZS here had some signals, but each time they resolved bullish, higher. Bull market, baby. All right, let's wrap through the remaining ones. See if anything sticks out. This one's formed a box. Not that special, but you can keep an eye on it. List 3, Airbnb. I've never used an Airbnb. But that's a breakout, sort of, but there's no volume. Affirm, I know everybody loved this one, bet big. And look what happened. The daily shows this one best. Hey, we're breaking out, woo! And then Funk reports earnings. What are you talking about? We're selling this. Time to get out of this, baby. And a whole bunch of people just got hosed. Now, long term here, it's going sideways, but not not really a number one stock to be trading. Coal right there had a little come down, nothing major. Just up, up. What is this one? Cameco. Oh, this is more uranium. See just how tough this one is? But if you follow it with maybe a weekly moving average, you're still doing fine. Coin. I shorted it from right here based on the signal, the shooter bar signal. I covered in here because, again, how do we trade? Signals. There's a weekly signal. It hit it this week, so I covered. Then I shorted it again, thinking, oh, the signal here and maybe a signal here. It's going down again. Nope, that short was very short in nature, and I had to cover it. It's like one of the first losses I've had in a while. And it lost because it was a gap up. Let's see if it shows. Well, the circles don't show. But you see how it gapped from the last 2 days? That gap is why I lost some money. But no big deal when the other stuff is all ripping. But I won't be trading that unless there's a valid signal in it again. The dogger, this is some signals. I wouldn't be so excited about the dog. Deck, yellow. Look at that reaction. Big up, but all of a sudden there's some sellers here. Maybe deck has achieved highs where people are like, all right, time to sell. That's the market telling you, hey, we're getting a little tired here. Did you need to be an active seller in there? No, but you better be drawing your lines like this, and you better be paying attention to what it's going to be doing. Anything coming out? Nothing. This one's beginning to rebound a little. I own this one. I made fantastic money as it went up for this here, and I took off half there. I own this one. Long here, just been sitting on my ass. I mean, look at this. I'm approaching a double on this one. Thank you, technology. Shop, doing great. VRT keeps going up. I don't really know this one, but all right, there shouldn't be much in the bearish, but there are a few bearish things. So Apple, look at that. Bearish signal here. It sold off here. Did it have a hard bullish rebound? Well, it rebounded bullishly, but it formed an inside week. An inside week is how we'll measure Apple from that. Who says we may be in technology, maybe in a bull phase, but who says Apple's bullish? I don't see it. The headsets don't seem to be that exciting. I've tried it though, and I'm terrified of it for the future because we'll all be on headsets and we'll all, the real world will get ignored, and that's a problem. But ENPH, oh, big yellow bar signal. This one actually, as much as I crap on solar, that's a bullish signal. We're going to move this. This may be worth buying. Here, let me pull it back up. Because look how we got the chart. We had a signal down here. It didn't really react the way bullish signals normally do, but you had a bunch of selling, and now it's sort of gone quiet. And what's come in? Big green, a light pullback, and now another big green bar. That, my friends, looks like a bottoming process. So if you're interested in ENPH, now may be the time. And you don't have to buy it at 80 and take all that risk. you want to buy when the trend changes. Google, pink bar signal, so far relatively bullish, but we'll see, bearish shooter bar. It definitely dropped with a big selling, but then rebounded on light volume. Is Qualcomm going to go higher? Well, it's not at the top of my list. Maybe a little signaling here, going down here, but Tesla. I am short Tesla. I'm getting really close to having to cover it, but I'm going to stick with it because my average is like up in here. So worst case, I'll end up making a couple dollars and punching out. Upstart, I'm also short Upstart. Short from there on the signals here. And now it's giving me a signal. I was looking at it yesterday, that's why it's already there. And I may have to be covering that. But I'm short from like 43, 44. And yeah, if it goes up, who cares? I'll cover it and I'll take my money and move on. But look at that. If you trade off signals, I guarantee you, man, your profitability is going to go up. Because you won't be random ass trading. Okay, let's wrap this up real fast. This is the bearish list. Avoids. That's an avoid. Oh, look at that. I thought this one was going to drop. No, it went back up. But rebound. Oh, Bill, look at that. That is a Darvas box breakdown right there. If you're looking to place any shorts, well, that there is screaming with a neon sign blinking, sell me, sell me. I might consider that as a short. Because if it's at 65, what's it really worth? It's got an $8 billion market cap. Is it really worth $8 billion? Well, I don't know. What if it's worth $4 billion? That would be a good, as a hedge on your portfolio. If we do have a market turn down, that's going to be a prime candidate right there. So I'm marking Bill on my sheets. Bros, oh, that's a little bullish turnaround there. Maybe it's time to actually buy a little bit of Bros. Considering this is my stock pick for the 2024 contest. What a joke. And I don't mean the contest, I mean my pick. Because right after I picked it, I had a white bar sell signal, and it's done nothing but lose. Great. But that there is a bullish signal. For long-term money, if you want to buy and sit, there's your signal to maybe try it next week if it triggers. If it opens down and keeps going down, don't buy it. Amazing how coal just can't do anything. Because this year's a Darvas box breakout failure. You had a breakout here, some big volume came in, and then it sort of staggered. It's like a plane running out of gas shortly after takeoff. No thanks. Well, this one, I thought this one was decent, but the chart is just awful. Solar for solar, IQ doing nothing. No signals. Well, there's a potential signal, but this one's tough. I think this one is tough because it's got a huge market cap relative to what it's earning, and I just don't like it. It's got too many shares outstanding, 535 million. That's just too many shares. If this had 50 million shares, I'd be much more interested in it. It's like SoFi. Just god-awful too many shares. MDB. I love this stock because it's my name. But do I have it? No. But hey, it's tech. It's moving up. Semiconductors. This is still the avoid list. I should probably move this back to a more... Well, let's put this in bullish. And this one should be in bullish signals. And that's what I do. I move stocks around the list. The more bullish the market gets, the smaller this list should become. Like, oh, bros, that's a bullish signal. Let's put it here in the bullish signal box. So you see how my list gets shorter of things that look bearish? This one, I thought this was supposed to be the next AI stock. Come on, people. It peaked back here and has never done anything since. Oracle. Oracle hasn't crashed. I'm going to move this to the watching, more regular one. PLTR, yeah, that's a bullish one. Actually, I'm just going to put it here to watching. PLTR does not have any box breakouts. Had a huge earnings report, which is great for it, but where's the pattern? Where are the signals? It's just not there. So if I was to be buying this, I'd be just a random cowboy. So I'm just going to put this back on list 6 watching. The bulls are so crazy bullish, but, oh, that's bearish right there. Scott, if you're watching this, man, I apologize, but this just isn't looking good. I know you're a long-term holder. Rambus, look at that. That is a bearish box breakdown. Ugh, not good. In fact, if you're looking to place shorts, this is another good short idea. But we've got a signal. We need to see what the reaction to the signal. Because if it jams higher bullishly, well, then maybe it's not such a strong signal. If it continues looking bad, then yeah, maybe we want to jump on that as a short. And lastly, man, I thought I'd do this 30 minutes. I'm way over. More bullish. Oh, that's a box breakout, this one. Here. Good earnings report from this one. Biggest damn box range you ever saw. Looks great, huh? Well, it'd be much better if it was heading to 90. Crocs. Carvana. Well, look at that. That qualifies by the slimmest of margins. Box breakout. Ford Motor Company, box breakout. Everything's going to be in list 2 here. It's so bullish. Another box breakout. And you can't keep track of them all. And I don't have enough money to buy them all. Or I could buy them all in small quantities, but then what's the point of doing that? I'm here to make a lot of money, not a little money. And I'm not a mutual fund either. Meta. Hey, Zuckerberg, go screw yourself, you rich bastard. Net. Oh, yeah, there was another one. This is a good one. But you know what? The lead into this, would you have been buying based on any signals in here? Not really. You had the yellow bar signal here, but everything went. So why would you choose this one? Why would you pick this one instead of NVIDIA? But it's tech, and it had a great reaction, so keep an eye on it. Another one. I don't even like this one at all. Roblox, and almost box breakout. Sorry, Richard. Almost. Look at this. Talk about SoFi, 950 million shares, just big fat whale. All right, that's the end of the list here. I've gone way over my time. Last thing I want to wrap up with is S&P 500 estimates. So I downloaded the latest estimates dated February 7th. That was 3 days ago. And this is worrisome. So 75% has reported. We closed Friday at 5,026. Yay, 5,000. And what we see here is estimates didn't really increase all that much. They increased, yeah, which is good. The overall growth rate right there went up 14.7%. But you know what? We're now trading at 25 PE, greater than 25 trailing PE. If we look at my PE levels, we know from history, greater than 25 is a bubble. Now, forward PEs are still less than 25, 22 to about 22, 25. This market's getting expensive. Now, the problem is that it's being driven by those huge tech stocks, and that's going to distort everything. But if you want to see the last time we had this, where did we get it? Last time we were above 25 was, well, this was a crisis in here in 2020, but good times. Notice here during the Trump market, last time, Trump market never got above 25. Came close, 24. 24s never went above 25. So we got to keep looking through history. Now this one, it went above, but that was during another crisis, 2009. So right here, that was a crisis, 2008, 2009, market sell-off. But let's find a time period with positive growth and PEs above 25. Oh, look at this. 2003. Well, we were coming out of the recovery from the internet bubble. Look at PEs here. It took a while for PEs to heal. 2002 was such a horrible year. Nobody made any money. And people lost a ton of money in 2001. So the last comparable time when we had this was, you guessed it, 1999, 2000. That's when I said at the beginning, the moves by like Nvidia, etc., just ripping, it's very unusual. So this is the period we got. So this is how I equate it to this. And in my opinion, that's why I'm thinking more about shorts than about longs at this juncture. I'm thinking about defense, but playing defense only when there's valid signals, because just slapping on some shorts is going to cost you money. It's a bull market, but you need to pick your spots and just be prepared for when the change eventually comes. Let's see, and I'll just do a little history here. 1998 was good there. 1997, fantastic years. The market was actually not overvalued for any of that period. 20s, 19s, going all the way back. You got to go back to the late 1990s. So again, the only comparable time period between valuations now versus valuations historically, 2000s. That was the internet bubble. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that history lesson, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Root for the 49ers in the Super Bowl, and hope everyone has a great weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.